My students never cease to amaze me in the way that they look at language. And I started this year to write some of them down because it comes out and you just think, you could never fathom how they interpret some of the things that you say. So one day after school, one of my students comes to me and her language is very limited. And I don't remember why, but she's asking me about money, and she's saying, yeah, I need to do this, and I don't have no money, me no money, and she keeps saying it wrong. And I very rarely explicitly correct my students, but I thought it's after school, so I'm going to let her know. And I say, it's actually, we don't say me no money, you say, I don't have any money. And she looks at me, oh, please, Miss Lawrence, this America, everybody have money. And I thought, oh my God, the grammatical correction just went right over her head, and all she heard was about how I don't have any money, thinking I'm talking about myself. Another really great example is our state ESL exam is called the NYSESLAT, New York State English as a Second Language Achievement Test. And I make sure that all my students know it, and we call it by name, and that also helps lower the anxiety. Well, when you're practicing for this test, it's also important to know that a beginner, there's some easy questions, or what they think might be easy questions on that test, but there's also some really difficult questions for people who are ready to become proficient and not need ESL anymore. So when you're practicing, you see the range of those questions. And I'll never forget last year, we're practicing, and it was a really difficult reading passage. And Asil looks up at me and he says, this is not the NYSESLAT. They shouldn't call it the NYSESLAT. They should call it the bad SESLAT. Even today in class, if you saw Henry, I've taught the kids that you sometimes we put quotes when we're not really, like, so-and-so was absent yesterday and they said that they were sick. And so they understand that sometimes we use air quotes to mean that something is not actually true. And and when I said, if you see a soccer player today, make sure you tell them congratulations. And I don't know if you saw it, but Henry was like, oh, tell them congratulations. And I said, well, just because they didn't win the state finals doesn't mean we can't congratulate them.